What's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. This wide-eyed mofo's Tyler, and it is Magical Monday. Hope everybody had a fantastic July 1st long weekend, Canada Day, and July 4th. Well, that's tomorrow, so happy July 4th, everyone who's American listening. Woo!
Yeah. Okay, so let's we're going to talk about Canada Day and how freedom was able to reign. Jeff Bezos. I'm on the side of Jeff Bezos. Like, you fucked up when you have a multinational corporation who has kind of routinely exploited workers in order to amass his millions upon billions of dollars. You fucked up when me and him are on the same side. And, so we're going to talk about why Jeff Bezos blasted the White House. And like I said, we are going to talk about how Canada Day went down in our nation's capital. So we'll talk about that and a bunch of other stuff. But of course, we are here Monday to Friday. We're here 7 a.m., right? 7 a.m.
Heck yeah.
All right, we're on YouTube, we're on Rumble, we're on Spotify. So of course, hit the like button, share this with your friends. We do have some cool stuff coming up for you guys. So, if you're gonna spend your time with us, well, you might as well feel you're getting your money's worth, so to speak, even though you don't pay anything. Jew. Oh God, he said it. Did you hear about the Israel? How they built they started developing cars?
No.
Yeah, they started manufacturing their own cars. In fact, one of them, I can't remember what it was called, but apparently it can stop on a dime and pick it up.
Nice.
So this past weekend has marked the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong coming back to, I guess, being under ownership of China from Britain. So they marked the 25th anniversary of Winnie the Pooh made it to Hong Kong. And okay, so this is really messed up. So I'll just read out this article for you guys. So it's just titled "How China is Making Hong Kong More Chinese." I know, I can't say it.
Is that even possible? It's already Chinese. How much more Chinese can you get?
No, actually, no, because when Britain had control of Hong Kong, it wasn't part.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was part of China, but Britain owned it, and then they gave it back. This is why almost all trade through China went through Hong Kong. A lot of it did. So Hong Kong was actually it was a democracy. It had democracy, but after China got Hong Kong back, they started imprisoning people, imprisoning politicians, kicking them out of caucus, all this stuff. But so what they have been doing now is that they've been sending people from mainland China, sending them into Hong Kong to make it more Chinese.
Okay.
So this is their way of assimilating them. That okay, well, you just if your ideology is one particular way, and then you just have people keep funneling in. Okay, well then your voice eventually gets drowned out. But of course, there was massive protests in Hong Kong, and it's kind of ironic. They were singing the Canadian national anthem. They were looking for help. They were looking for the U.S., Canada, Australia, looking for all these countries to come and help them. No one was interested in it, even though literally people were like politicians were being imprisoned.
Oh my God.
But all right. But so on an unrelated note, I did just want to show this quick little clip here. So
car pileup in northeastern China. According to state news agency Xinhua, the crash involved 56 cars on the Beijing Kunming.
Okay, so expect that in Hong Kong now.
Nice.
Completely unrelated. Hey, or possibly maybe they took some advice from Joe Biden. So this was oh my, you know what? Just where he's endorsing drunk driving. So let's just hear it right from the decrepit mouth.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
What?
Watch them. Look at
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
Like her jaw just like drops.
Look, she looks at him like, did that just come out of this cracker's mouth?
Oh my God. How is that not a felony?
Can you believe that? Listen to this cracker.
Can you believe the stupid that just came out of his mouth? I can't.
Oh, he literally just said, I don't consider drunk driving a felony.
I mean,
what? Like you could see, play it again. Oh my fucking God.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
I thought she's like,
Only arrest.
What the fuck this crack? What the fuck? My dad went up the river for this shit. And what the?
Well,
dude, man.
Okay. Well, at least we know where the law blurs there with him. So drunk driving ain't a felony. Awesome. I'm gonna go for a drive.
According to him. Oh, okay, so like I assume China is trying to take that kind of policy. So, expect more accidents in China because they okay, so let's bring this a little bit closer. So, gas prices. Gas prices are up. Everyone's feeling the pinch, unless you're Stephen Colbert or Joe Biden, where you say this will last as long as it takes to stop Russia, even though most of your oil comes from Canada.
I don't know. There's too much stupid coming out of there lately.
Oh, it's about to get better. So in a tweet that he had posted, you know what? No, forget that. Let's just go right to Twitter. Let's hear it right from the decrepit old man's own mouth. So he's talking about gas prices here, and gas prices, how they're so expensive. First, it was transitory. It wasn't a big thing. Inflation wasn't a thing, and then they said, tax or inflation only affects you poor people. Don't worry about inflation. Like, are you? What kind of economics are you playing here? Like, inflation only affects the rich, so you should that's the spin you went with. So shit costs more. Poor people, don't worry. It hurts the bourgeoisie. I know you plebs like it when we attack the rich. What? Okay, so they said it was transitory. Inflation. Oh, it was, and the gas thing was. Oh, well, there's no gas problem. Oh, well, if there is, it's Putin's fault. Now, since it's not Putin's fault, it's the oil companies. Oh, you know what? Okay, now we're on to the next stage of it's not my fault, it's yours. All right, so let's just play this quick little clip here.
To the companies running gas stations and setting those prices at the pump, this is a time of war, global peril.
Time of war.
These are not normal times. Bring down the price you are charging at the pump to reflect the cost you are paying for the product. Do it now. Do it today. Your customers, the American people, they need relief now. To the companies running gas stations.
Yeah. With all those new drunk drivers, hey, prices, they need to drop. And that's so.
This is fucking guy for real?
So after that, gas prices across the nation dropped. They immediately dropped to $2 a gallon. You would not believe it. It was incredible. It's like, hey, I'm calling your bluff, oil refinery and gas station owners. Listen here, I control what happened. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. The price just keeps going up. And he's going, yeah, drop it. Even though we're taxing and regulating the shit out of you, how about you lower your prices? Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And it's okay.
I guess bite the cost, because I guess all those small businesses and small or big, whatever, I guess they can just eat the cost just to sell it for cheaper, right?
Well, they're making millions. The gas companies, even though, honestly, and again, stop making me defend corporations. Jeez, I have to. Now I'm on the side of Jeff Bezos and Big Oil. What's next? Big Pharma? Do I have to support Big? Is this where we're going?
You shut your mouth.
And it's like, okay, so Jeff Bezos, in response to Joe Biden's idiotic statement. Okay, so let's. I'll read Jeff Bezos' tweet. So he says, "Ouch! Inflation is far too important a problem for the White House to keep making statements like this. It's either straight ahead misdirection or a deep misunderstanding of basic market dynamics." To which the White House press secretary, whose only credentials are, "My parents are lesbians, I'm black, give me credentials." That's it. Like that was her credentials. I don't know what she actually accomplished, but she says, "Oil prices have dropped by $15 over the past month, but prices at the pump have barely come down. That's not basic market dynamics. It's a market that is failing the American consumer." I think that's what she sounds like.
To me, I was going to say about the voice, it sounds just as probably stupid as her real voice sounds. So,
but okay, so let's break this down just a little bit. I know it's so interesting when we talk about math, and you know what the thing is, you should understand that they're talking about money. I know most of you don't give a shit, and you just go, "Hey, look, $2. I can buy McDonald's with $2. $2 McDonald's cheeseburger, yum." You don't really think about. Okay, so that oil gets pumped from somewhere. Okay. It has to get pumped out of somewhere. It has to get sent somewhere to a refinery in order for it to be refined, right? And then it has to be pumped either through pipelines or by truck or by train in order to get to the destination to which it can be distributed from. Well, okay, we can look at this a couple of different ways. Equipment is really fucking hard to come by right now. Any equipment. Getting parts to replace those pieces of equipment is really hard to come by. Shutting down Keystone XL pipeline, great idea. Stopped any new gas exploration, great idea. There are multiple factors. Okay, the price of a barrel dropped $15. Okay, still, that is one link in a big chain. Well, you have to get those things there. It now costs more to transport stuff because now fuel prices have gone up. Demand has increased, but yet the supply hasn't met the demand. That's just basic. That's very basic. That's one segment saying, "Look, oil price went down by $15. Oh, the Messiah has arrived." No, we still distribution is getting worse. I think I don't know if I brought this up before, but I was talking to my salesman about.
nice.
I said,
salesman.
like with he is. I like Richard. Richard is a very nice man.
Oh,
No sarcasm.
what? Yeah, we're talking about
No sarcasm.
the same guy. Okay, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard.
He is nice.
Yeah. So we were kind of talking about this a little bit, and the analogy I had made was that, this train has now finally stopped. You slam the brakes on the economy, and you said, "You know what? Everything, shut it down. shut it down. Okay, well, now we're dealing with the repercussions of saying shut it down. And he added to the analogy saying, yeah, now it's like trying to climb up a hill with one engine because we've kneecapped ourselves so bad. Our supply chain cannot handle. Manufacturing cannot handle. There are a lot of people that are just saying, hey, you know what? Fuck this, I'm done. Look at our airlines. We had so many people that just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this. They were told they were offered early retirements. They were given golden handshakes and say, you know what? Yeah, stay home. Don't worry about it. Maybe we'll call you. They never call. They never call.
Oh.
But no. So you are seeing, okay. You're seeing kind of a real shift in responsibility. You know, Joe Biden was always giving Trump shit about, do you take accountability for anything? Look, you always pass the buck. You always do this. You always do that.
Butter kettle. Every
single opportunity you failed it. You completely botched the in Afghanistan. Completely failed at that. And you said that wasn't my fault. That was Trump's fault. Well, it's weird because Trump didn't enact this plan. Hold on. I hear what you're saying. Well, yes, he did. He said about drawing down troops. Yes, he also said, if this is not honored, if you hurt anyone in that country, we will bomb you into the fucking Stone Age. To be fair, that'd be an upgrade for Afghanistan, but you get the point. So there were contingency plans with the Taliban in place. Like, if you guys fuck this up, we will rain hell on you. You know, from Trump. Not us. Us. So, but then it almost seems like this was done on purpose. And so, but you're seeing it's a lot of, well, this isn't my fault. This is Trump's fault. Oh, this is Putin's fault. You know, every single failure is somebody else's fault. Any good business owner will tell you, if anything wrong happens, that's a failure of leadership. Not any leader that goes, well, I didn't do it. They did it. Jocko Willink talks about this exact thing in his books. That's how the Navy SEALs fail, when they start pointing and blaming. Well, I did this. Why didn't you do that? You did that. This was your fault. And then it just destroys the team. No. What did I do wrong? What more could I have done? That's your first look. There's always, what could I have done? Well, it's Putin's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's the greedy gas companies, right? Jug meat, you fucking moron.
It's your mama's fault. Mm-hmm.
It's everyone else's fault. But the people that are pushing these policies in place.
Which is funny because it literally sounds like you're talking to a child. Like literally, like with our kids, it's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. And it's literally, talking to politicians is like talking to children. It's never their fault. I don't know how this happened. It was their fault. I didn't do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna get to talking about Antifa and the leftists. So, you know, a little segue for children. But okay, so let's talk about AOC. So, of course, you know, Roe v. Wade was overturned last week, the week before. And so she had made some statements, and I kind of wanted to kind of react to this a little bit. So we have from Fortune. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just hear it right from the googly-eyed monster's mouth. This is the one that's AOC was raped? ? And I use that very particular. Okay, all right, just play it. Just play it.
When I was about 22 or 23 years old, was raped while I was living here in New York City.
Yeah, I was raped.
I was completely alone.
I was just
completely alone. In fact, I felt so alone that I had to take a pregnancy test in a public bathroom in Midtown Manhattan.
Oh.
And when I sat there waiting for what the result would be, all I could think was, thank God I have at least a choice.
Thank God you have a
Thank
choice.
God I could at least have the freedom to choose my destiny.
Okay.
Okay, all right. That's
Okay.
enough from googly eyes. Okay, so
Wow.
you know what I do when I'm when a crime is committed against me? Thank God I have the right to any insert whatever. Okay, this comes from the same person that claimed she was sexually assaulted during the January 6th attack. You know, the
That's
worst
who
attack
she
since Pearl
is.
Harbor.
That's who she
Yeah,
is. I was like, she looks so familiar. Oh God.
Yeah. So this is the same person that said I was sexually assaulted. Those are her words. Her words. And then how did the media spin it? She was sexual. Look, we have right from CBS New York. We have the video pulled up. We'll play it in a little bit, but New York Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez speaks out about being a sexual assault survivor. She's a survivor. Everyone just wants to fucking rape her. They just can't help themselves. Yeah. So, firstly, with this Roe v. Wade thing, I'm calling bullshit. I am. You know what? And you know what? Believe all women. Have you seen Amber Heard? Have you seen
Right?
Ocasio-Cortez? You want to believe them? You want to believe Hillary? Do you want to believe Christa Freeland? I can think of a couple chicks I personally know that I said I wouldn't throw them as far as I could, or I wouldn't trust them as far as I could. I wouldn't throw them as far as I can trust them, and I can't throw them very far. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But okay, but so if she was raped, shoot the fucking guy. Or I would assume it was a guy because statistically, yes, men do commit sexual crimes to women at a very high rate compared to women to men.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't make
Shoot 'em.
sense the other way around either because she wouldn't be able to get pregnant that way. So,
Well, I don't know.
unless they, I'm going to stop right
Men
there.
can get pregnant too, you bigot. Why are you
Sorry.
being why are you being a transphobe? Men can be women too. Men are so good at being women, we're better than women. That's how good we are. It's just how sorry. It's biology. Men make better women than women.
God, you're just better at everything. Oh,
How God made us.
yeah. I mean,
Okay. So I would say if she was raped, why didn't you go to the police? Didn't you take a rape kit? Why didn't you say, hey, you know what? At the time, I was so ashamed of it, I didn't. You could have at least fucking said that. You know what? Women, if this happens to you, if you are unable to, you have to go to police. Do a rape kit. You know, you could have talked about that. What does she say? In my darkest time, in my darkest hour, when I was all alone pissing on a pregnancy test from Dollar General. I said and I prayed and I said to God, thank God those 7 men codified Roe v. Wade, making rights where they didn't exist. Thank you, men.
mhm.
Um
Wait, what?
No. No one in any situation is going, if they're a victim, they're going, thank God I could kill it. Like, again, if she was, go to the police. Fucking bury the guy under the prison. I don't care. Let him go to prison and let him get raped. How about that? Huh?
I could understand, like me personally, if something that horrible were to have happened to me and I would have gotten pregnant out of the result, I could understand not being able to keep the kid because,
Okay.
you know, it's one of those, you know, you're looking at the kid thinking, oh God, this is a product of what happened. And I can understand that being
Mhm.
really hard. I personally could not end its life. I would just find a good home for it.
Okay, but the left's argument is always, what about rape and incest? Okay, what if? Googly eyes. What if a law was made that outside of rape and incest, you cannot have an abortion? What if? So she is going this, and this is one thing Democrats, liberals, this is a lot of what they do. It's a lot of emotion. It's plays to emotion. And to be fair, anyone that believes that, I got a bridge to sell you. Okay? Because I don't, because this is the same person that the news pushed. As I said, CBS News, New York Rep speaks out about being a sexual assault survivor. Okay, that though, and those are very, very big allegations. Let's get that very, very straight. If that did happen, absolutely, I put them against the wall. I don't give a shit. Chop their dick off, shove it up their ass. I don't care. I think people that actually do this type of stuff should be put beneath the prison. But it is super disingenuous. It's just like with Amber Heard. All these people that, mattress girl, everyone that has a bad date, and they say, oh, well, I regret fucking the guy. Rape.
Right.
A guy. Oh, guys catcall me. Oh, that's sexual harassment. Why don't guys ever look at me? Oh, they're such pigs. What?
I know, there's always something. There's always something.
So, okay. So let's get on to this next one. Pun not intended. Sorry. So, okay. So she is claiming. All right. So let's go from 52 to 110. So they don't say during the insurrection Happy Fed Day. So she's explaining how she was sexually assaulted. Huh. All right. Okay, so let's just play this.
In the 90-minute video, she detailed the terrifying moment she hid in her office, fearing for her life.
And I just hear, where is she? Where is she? I thought everything was over.
The trauma is sparking her call for accountability for the DC.
So, where is she? Where is she? So, because someone was yelling, where is she? Where is she? She right away takes it as somebody wanted to shtuck her.
You know what? She wasn't even in the building. She was like 7 blocks away. Man, those.
She's got super hearing. Woo.
Guys, we overcompensate, we exaggerate. But if I said my dick is 7 blocks long, I'm probably bullshitting you. I don't know.
Well, and okay, say maybe somebody else was there, which there were other people there. Maybe somebody heard them asking where she was, or like about her by name, and they told her that, and right away she's like, "Oh, they were gonna rape." I don't even want to say the word. They were gonna touch me. Like,
this is, and it was Capitol Police trying to get her out. Out of the building that was 7 blocks away from the fucking Capitol. That's what they were doing. And she was saying they were in the tunnels. This isn't Tremors. What do you?
it was a good movie.
The reason why I'm saying this, it is so disingenuous. Every guy, if an accusation is made that you sexually assaulted someone, you violated them, just the accusation alone is enough to tank someone's career. Even if Louis C.K., his career got tanked because he jacked off in front of women, even though he asked for permission. I get it. It's weird. Okay. It's weird. I get it. But
he asked. Like, okay, it's weird. Dude, this is coming from a chick. Like, as weird as that is, 100%, it's a little fucked up. But okay, everyone's got their kinks, right? But the thing is, he asked for permission. He didn't just all of a sudden walk out of the bathroom and be like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, this is going down. He was like, yo, can I do this? Okay. Like, you said yes. You said yes.
Well, and you do see, like, she has a very bloated ego, because she says that, people just they wanna have sex with my feet. Guys just want to have sex with me.
Like Quentin Tarantino? Did he message her?
Like him, I would understand that. He's a creep, a weirdo. But
a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie. If he would be like, dude, I like your feet. I wanna, I'd be like, oh, thanks. I grew them myself. Feel a little special.
Yeah, it's and like looking at the comments, you have to be suspicious of a politician that plays victim. Everyone in the Democratic Party seems to be a victim. Can we find some winners to represent this country? Her life was also in danger on January 6th, even though she wasn't around. But so yours, it really is. It is super disingenuous. And to appeal to, not even appeal, to play on people's emotions. I got raped. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't have any information. Did I go to the police? No. It's so much easier just to make a vapid statement.
From the age of 22 to 24, I was pretty fucked up on a bunch of shit. So I don't really remember, but it happened. I remember. Yeah.
And you know what? In that situation, you know what I would love to have heard? I would have been raped, but I was able to defend myself. But what did she say? Thank God Roe v. Wade I had the right to do. What?
I'm pretty sure, like, it is disingenuous. But the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure people who are Christians and Catholic, religious, let's just say religious people, you've got to be really dumb to think that your leader, your supreme, would be sitting there going, yes, please kill a life. Yes, I completely understand and agree.
No, well, okay, so I don't know about getting into the religion thing, but it's such a disservice to actual victims, because, like I said, she could have brought up, hey, you know what? That I was raped, and you know what? I didn't go to the police. I didn't take a rape kit. If you're a woman in maybe a bad area, hey, maybe have a fucking buddy system. Like you do that with children. Like, hey, at least buddy up so you don't get lost. Like we at least do that with kids.
Yeah.
Women, hey, you can be vulnerable. You could, this can happen to you. Not, good thing I can get an abortion.
Right. That's definitely what to teach people, because don't teach them that you can defend yourself or do this or do that. Just be like, you know what? If it happens, we got it covered. We got you.
I got the coat hangers in the trunk, baby. Let's go. You got the drill? Let's make this happen.
I'll meet you in the alley.
Yeah. No, but this is typical narcissism. That the focus has to be on me, that I was a victim. It's that play to emotion. And again, we see those Facebook posts. Well, what about the mother that has to work 4 jobs? What about the little girl that was raped? What about the one that had her uncle molest her? What about the how many of these play to emotion stories? Okay, incest. All right, yeah, I would 100% agree with it. 100% agree with it. You know what? Get the coat hanger. Get the vacuum. Pull out the Dyson. Let's go. Suck it out. Let's go. Incest, rape. Totally agree with. But the mother that's working 4 jobs.
Contraception.
Like at some point, there does have to be some type of accountability. Like you do play a part in this. They say it takes 2 to tango. Okay, well, like I don't know. It's just, and this is so much of what the left, the new left has become is you're just a perpetual victim. You're not responsible for anything that happens to you. You're a victim of circumstance. Color? Oh, well, it's definitely because of your skin color. Oh, because of your gender? Absolutely, it's because of your gender.
Well,
It's a
definitely what
system
you
of
have to have
oppression.
sex with too.
Yeah, and again, you've seen you really seen what the left, what the Democratic Party, what the Liberal Party, Mister Housefucker, whatever the House Feather, whatever that guy's name, the dude that blocked me on Twitter because he immediately called a black man dumb.
Yeah.
Immediately. And you know, you're seeing it over and over. You see these racial slurs being hurled immediately. This is
It's the
I've been
go-to.
saying for a very long. Yeah, they when they don't get their way, they are the first to be the most misogynistic, the most racist, the most bigoted. That is what we see over and over. That is coming from this new left. Immediately, he's an N-word. Your rights are losing next, or you'll lose your rights next, N-word. Excuse me? And you're the inclusion crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. All right. Is there anything you wanted to say, or?
No, I just think it's all such bullshit. Like 100%. I can't even. No, can't even like wrap my head around half of this dumbass shit.
No, it's again. It's such a. It's
Whataboutism,
narcissism.
it's narcissism,
Yeah.
it's misogyny, it's the victim card. It's just literally that's all I hear is wah wah wah. It sounds like a bunch of little children.
All right, so let's with that being said, let's move on to a bunch of little children. So Canada Day. Canada weekend just happened, and you know what, again, to our American friends, happy MAGA month. Grill some meats, you know, do like Mark Zuckerberg and smoke the meats. We're smoking meats. God, he is such a robot. If there's an android in this world, it is Mark Zuckerberg.
One. He looks like one. He doesn't even look like a real person.
Yeah.
It's
No,
creepy.
100%. No, not even. No. Oh, smoking meats. We're smoking meats. Nope, smoking meat. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So Justin Trudeau came back to Canada to celebrate our 155th birthday. Canada as a country. And I want to say this. Because of the things that has been said from him, from the Liberal Party in Canada, and to be fair, Conservatives, you're not really getting a pass on this one either. You guys pushed a lot of the same bullshit. So you almost get like, there is a technical name for it, but I look at it as it's like a political pass. Because if you see, oh, my political leaders are saying, hey, why do we tolerate these people? Why do we accept them? It reinforces the ability of, I now have an excuse to treat people like shit.
Lucky
over
you.
and over.
So nice.
So you're seeing more and more the rhetoric that's coming out. Justin Trudeau refuses to meet with the people that he considers the unclean, the unvaccinated, the unscientific, the everything else.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The truckers come once, he runs away, and everybody uses the whole fact that, he had COVID, so this is his excuse. It was bullshit, okay? I mean, whether he had COVID or not, he ran away before he had freaking COVID, okay? The truckers are coming, he ran away. Now, then what?
Didn't do a Skype call? Zoom?
That's what
Zoom?
I'm saying.
Anything?
No.
Didn't say, hey, you know what, guys? I hear your concerns, and you know what? I'm locked at home. I got nothing but time. Hook up the Zoom. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But of course, no, didn't even do that. Just decided to call them a bunch of names and paint them as super racist and terrorists and all this other bullshit, even though the funny fact was this wasn't all white people. Nay. A huge chunk of truck drivers are actually not white. Shocking, I know.
So, yeah, I am a minority. Like
In the
my
trucking
my
business,
skin
yeah,
color. Oh yeah, I'm
100%.
it's East Indian.
But then the truckers come again. They came again.
And Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder, all the motorcycle guys came.
What did he do? He ran away again like a little bitch. But, okay, so he keeps running away from his own people who literally just want to talk. They just want to talk. They weren't armed. They weren't threatening. Nothing. They just want to have a little convoy there, JT. But what does he do? He runs away. But the weird thing is, but then there's a war happening in Kiev. Put me on a plane. I am there. I am going to go there and support. What the actual fuck?
All right, so let's okay, so let I can bring up this this slide again. So again, this was posted by the Ottawa bylaw officers. Unusual noises, $1,000 fine. Shouting, $1,000 fine. Urinating, defecating on roads or sidewalk, okay, $1,000 fine. Encumber a highway, $1,000 fine. Idling, this is an example of some you're not allowed to celebrate. Fuck no.
If they were to put in this $1,000 fine thing in San Francisco, oh my God, they'd be freaking rich.
Well, okay, so let's check this out. This was from Efron on Twitter. This was okay. So our parliament in Ottawa, and you know what? And I've said this before. The Americans, those old fucks, they're pretty smart that they made their seat of power neutral ground. Nobody owns it. It's free for everyone. Okay, that was smart. Okay, so this is the entrance to the seat of our federal government, our parliament. Right, so let's just look how you would enter a free democratic society. All right, kick it off. That's how you enter. That's how you enter through a security checkpoint.
Now, has this always been like that? Because I don't remember ever hearing that you'd have to go through this security mob.
No, in fact, they used to have a stage set up on the lawn. A stage where you could, they'd have performers and all this stuff. No. So what they felt it necessary. They felt it necessary to put gates up, to put fences up, to have security screening. This is what they had to do. All right, so let's play this. Let's play this this next little clip. This was from CBC News. You just play a little bit. I think from 39 seconds. Oh, sorry, I'm a liar. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
War Memorial.
All right.
Mostly quiet day, and for much of the morning, police were outnumbering protesters in front of Parliament Hill, but that quickly changed over the course of the last couple of hours, and as you can see right here, the protesters have started marching. I'm not exactly clear on where they want to go.
Hey, look!
This march had been
there's an East Indian guy
as being between Parliament Hill and the National War Memorial, but they are taking a different route than that right now, just kind of walking through the core of Ottawa.
So the one thing that was left out, sorry, I kind of screwed it up. Okay, blame me. But he says it's been mostly quiet.
Yeah, I saw that part.
What? It's been mostly quiet. Why? Is it because the government is going to fine you $1,000 because if you shout or make unusual noise?
What exactly is unusual noise, though?
I don't know, but you've seen that they were, they banned flags. You can't have the F Trudeau and people were sitting and whining and complaining, say, I don't want to have to explain F Trudeau to my children. All right, what about this? Check this out on the show map. What about this? Fuck
Yeah.
off, fascists.
Okay.
Ottawa police. You're banning flags. You're banning flags now. So
I guess signs are okay.
the signs are okay, but especially with it's not F, then the maple leaf and then CK. No, it's literally off fascists.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this is from leftists, so this is Justin Trudeau's wheelhouse. These are his people. This is his brothers or Zers or theys or whatever you call it, whatever.
Toasters.
Yeah. So Justin Trudeau didn't want to go to where Canadians would be. No, they said, we're going to set up our own celebration further away from Parliament. So we have this just this little thing from CTV News. So it's from 39 seconds. Listen to what Pablo Escobar says.
Such an amazing diversity of people coming together to celebrate what it means to be Canadian.
Glorious and free.
Okay, all right, that's enough. I don't want to listen to your stupid
You don't
song.
want to listen to the song? Yeah, diverse
No.
people.
That's immediately. It's like, look at, we're the good guys. Look at all those people out there. Look at. I see some browns. I see some yellows.
Forget about the purple.
It's funny
people.
that they have to. Yeah, right. It's like they have to tell themselves. They have to reaffirm. Look, we're so diverse. This is what Canada is. This is truly what Canada is. We are. No, you would just say, hey, we're Canadian. I was a joke of, hey, look, there's a brown guy. But
yeah,
and
well, it'd be nice. I'm pretty sure they would have had that stage on Parliament Hill before.
Yeah. So the Liberal government decided to go there instead of actually meeting people at Parliament. Why not set that up there and say, hey, you know what? We have our differences. I have my political agenda that I have to push in order to appease Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. But you know what? For this one day, we're Canadian. No, he literally said, I have no interest in meeting with other people. You've seen, there are photos galore of people with Canadian flags walking around Parliament, which has been kind of the trend every year outside of, COVID.
Yeah.
But oh, sorry. What did you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, what they are doing a bang up job destroying Canada, and it's not even the whole pinning one person against the other, neighbor against neighbor, and calling all the names and whatnot. But it's literally, okay, this is the House of the Parliament. We're going to cut you right off. What do they think people are going to do? It's Canada. Do you think people are going to go there and just freaking set a fire to it? They didn't do that through the trucking convoy. They had full access to go there. Nothing happened. It's just literally in his agenda to sit there and make it seem like all these people are really bad when literally they're not. They're literally going there to A, have a conversation, and 2, celebrate Canada.
Okay. You know what would be the amazing thing to do? If you are so convinced, and I've said this before, if you have such conviction, if you know in your heart what you're doing is right, you can withstand scrutiny.
100% you can.
You would stand out in front and say, you know what? Well, Mr. Prime Minister, what if they shoot you? Then it only proves my point. Please do it, because now you make a martyr out of me.
Yeah.
Now you see why. I'm sure Christa Freeland, the Nazi sympathizer, I could almost guarantee she would love to be in that position and, suck on Klaus Schwab's old wrinkly dick. Speaking of dictatorships, all right, let's remind you guys. People thought he was joking when he first made this statement. So this is how Justin Trudeau loves China's dictatorship. So from 125 to 1. or 25 to 50.
Of admiration I actually have for China. Because
You hear them laugh? They're laughing. They think he's joking.
Dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime and say, we need to go green as fast as we need to start, investing in solar. I mean, there is a flexibility that I know Stephen Harper must dream about of having a dictatorship that he could do everything he wanted.
All right, right there.
Yeah.
Confession through projection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Harper would love to have a dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the Canada that the Liberal Party, along with the NDP, the cockholster NDP, has actually propped up? So let's go to 135 to 155 of the same video. 130. This is him trying to correct what he said. I use that term very, very loosely, almost like my bum.
Ew. Okay. Fine.
Point I made was that despite all of our freedoms and our extraordinary system of government and democracy, we are up against countries that play by different rules that we would never accept, but that find themselves
we would never accept
able to address big issues quickly and completely.
Oh, yeah.
In truth, of course.
Okay. That's
Okay.
lovely. That's
Yeah, so
really nice.
central
Oh,
planning.
shit. Backtrack.
No, he didn't even backtrack.
He tried.
I don't. He's just like, yeah, central planning. Fuck yeah, that's the best. That's what he wants. So you are seeing more and more. Okay. So you're seeing China's basic dictatorship. Well, what about Ottawa police arresting a baby? How they detained a baby for crying, for making unnecessary noise.
You're bullshitting right now.
Well, there's a picture of it, but obviously it's a joke. It's a joke. But the fact that you thought, oh my God, is that real? Yeah. That says more about you than it does about me.
As if.
Okay. All right. So let's pedal back a little bit. So there was the you remember that unusual noise, the unnecessary noise? All right. So let's play just this quick little clip from the post millennial. So this is in Ottawa. This is a veteran that's waiting for James Topp, the guy that walked across Canada to protest the vaccine mandates. Okay, an army personnel. James Topp was from the army. So, all right, play it. Do you hear that?
That's all right. I was never at the
What was that? Is that a squeaky toy? Like a dog toy?
It's a squeak. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. There's like a little chicken that looked like the thing that our dog used to carry around with him all the time.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So let's look at this next one. This is the next one from Rebel News. They're using squeaky toys because this is a typical leftist tactic. This is a communist tactic. Don't address. Don't communicate. Shut down. That is all they feel that they can do. That's because if you try, and trust me, this is a 9.5 minute long video from Rebel News. All you hear is squeak, 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 squeak. All right, so let's just play the first 15 seconds.
Film me without my permission. Film me without your 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 permission. Film me without your
Holocaust deniers.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
You're filming without my permission.
Who exactly is a Holocaust denier? I don't understand.
But this is what the left does. They can't engage. All they do is just the same thing over and over again.
Oh,
and all they were saying is liar, liar, liar. And David Menzies just goes, what did I lie about? What did I lie about?
Yeah.
And they just go liar, liar, liar. In fact, I would encourage you watch that video. Because what did the Ottawa police do? You guys, Ottawa, unusual noises, shouting, defecating, because you're just spewing shit out of your mouth.
There you go.
So that's at least $3,000. At least.
Ka-ching.
But what did the Ottawa police do? Are those brave men and women of the Ottawa law enforcement? They blocked Rebel News. They surrounded Rebel News so that these leftists can sit there and shout. Again, you see the pride flag. You don't see Canadian flags. This is why I'm becoming more and more convinced. Actually, I'm fairly convinced that the gay pride flag or the pride flag has nothing to do with acceptance, has nothing to do with actual tolerance. It is strictly about segregation and any lack or any form of actual consciousness is completely devoid in these people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So the Ottawa police went and surrounded them. While you literally had the Ottawa police scanning little kids, 5, 6, 7-year-old children, so that they can enter into Parliament. There's multiple photos of it. You can see them online, or you could, whatever, just roll through them. This is what you see the Ottawa doing to little children. This
So
is
tiny.
Canada. This is, yes, just little kids. You had the Democracy Fund, who is suing people or the government because of what the government is doing. They got threatened for having a banner. And you know what? And the amazing thing, the Ottawa police shut down a kid's picnic. A child's
For
picnic.
why? Ottawa posts permit on kids' events organized cites threat of police.
Yeah. So this is pack up the kids and the cooler and join us on Canada Day. So this for audio listeners. So old-fashioned family picnic. And you can see right across it just says canceled. So kids' fun games, chalk art, bubbles, hula hoops, skipping ropes, costumed characters, and more.
Hula hoops. Oh, count me in.
Oh, it must have been because James Top was going to be there talking. Because this is this was from the police group, Police on Guard for Thee. You know, the same ones that were saying, hey, we're not going to enforce these laws. And the government said, you do, or you can go with the trash, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just read this little part. So after being moved once already to a location further from downtown, the organizers of this event had been denied the permit last minute and due to concerns of police action against them, forced to officially cancel.
Okay, so they
Live
were
from the
I'm
shed.
sorry. So they were scared that the police were going to potentially attack them. They were scared from being hurt from the police officers, correct?
So here, I'll finish this little part. So additionally, a violent interaction between protesters and police yesterday evening, which resulted in 4 arrests. Police on Guard for Thee, which was hosting the event, had decided it's just not worth the risk. An event by police officers for kids. For kids.
That's nice. It would have been
And the
really
fact
good
that-
for them to see that soldier. Like, that was quite a remarkable thing.
Well, it's just to say, hey, at least he has conviction. The dude walked over 4,000 kilometers. It takes 5 days of driving to get from Vancouver to Ottawa. I know. I did it. I just did it.
Yeah.
But mind you, he's been marching. He's been walking since February. So, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty
again,
impressive.
you know what? And it's one thing if the cops, the police are going to do that. The thing that really bothers me is that citizens not only accepted it, encouraged it, said, get out of our city, get out of there. You're not welcome here. This is the seat of our federal government, where they feel emboldened to shut down events for kids. The Ottawa police shut down an ice cream truck.
Oh my God.
They blocked off an ice cream truck.
Not ice cream, those terrorists. I bet it was because there was too
I
much
know.
white ice cream. Gotta get that white ice
I
cream out of
know.
there.
All right, so So if you want to check this out. So I was looking up. So there was a picture that was being circulated around that Justin Trudeau was like parroting a famous Hitler speech. I was trying to verify it. I was not able to. I was reading speeches. I was listening to speeches. His hate for Jews is very much on par with Justin Trudeau and his hate for anything democratic, anything capitalistic. He hates it. And you think I'm bullshitting? Yeah, just wait till I tell you. Aside from China, who else he admires? So this was just a search. This was a search I did. It was Hitler's speech. Why do we tolerate these people? Hitler's speech? Justin Trudeau. That was in YouTube.
That's insane.
But so, you know what? Despite all this, despite all the negativity, despite the fact that government has felt it necessary and has become so distrusting of its own citizens that you put up barricades, segregating people, telling them your views aren't welcome here. That's a big statement to make, especially when people are saying freedom. That's all they were chanting. They're just saying freedom, freedom.
Those terrorists.
Thousands of people. And this should be a default position. And the fact that it's not fucking terrifies me. Freedom should be the default. That should be your line. And now we have to justify freedom? That's what we have gone to in 2 years. And you know what? I was just watching a thing from Viva Fry. He left. He left Canada.
Really?
I was just watching a live stream. Yeah.
Where'd he go?
He moved to Florida.
Holy
He says
shit.
I can't do it. And you know what? And I 100% agree with him. Where he says it's not just that, again, that the government did this. It's that no one in Canada is willing to fight. No one fights. I was even speaking with a lawyer with regards to this, and they said, good luck. You're going to lose.
See, and that's one thing too, because when there was the whole freedom convoy, when it first started, that was the first time I thought, oh my God, people are finally standing together and they are going to fight for what's right. And I don't mean violent fighting. I mean just exactly what they were doing. Peaceful protesting, speaking up. And it was literally, it was the first time in a long time, and I've said this in previous podcasts before, that it was the first time in a long time I was actually proud to be Canadian again. And you know, is seeing these people trying to go together and try to fight. And the thing is, it seems like there's still people who keep trying. They had the Rolling Thunder. They had another freedom convoy going. There are people who are trying, but there are so many people who are just don't want to do anything because I guess they're scared of being called names or something. And, you know, you have a government who just is
is cowardly.
Yeah.
Is a pussy.
Yeah.
Lacks any type of qualities of a leader, where it's just your opinions don't matter.
Yeah.
We're literally having a discussion with freedom. Freedom. But you know what? Despite all this, despite, you know, the Ottawa police being a bunch of cucks, being a bunch of thugs, being a bunch of goons, and I'll be having a conversation with them tomorrow, so let's see how that goes. Thousands of people came. You know, in our little town, they put fireworks together. While in other places, Justin Trudeau said, I understand why people don't want to celebrate Canada because Canada is systemically racist. Canada is a bad country.
Suck it. You know what? If it was so bad, then why are so many people coming here? Why don't we just shut off the borders? Because apparently we're just such a bad place to come. Why would anybody want to come here? Just close it off. Close it off.
Yeah. Protect Protect those people. If Canada is such a misogynistic, a racist country, has systems of racism, you know, you're supposedly the leader, which you're not. You're supposed to be the representation of Canada. And again, when he was at his G7 summit in Europe, again, he got put on blast for preaching democracy while you're literally locking people inside the country.
It makes absolutely no sense at all. And the thing is, that if there's anybody out there who doesn't want to celebrate Canada Day because they're ashamed of Canada, it has nothing to do with the fact of what you're putting into people's heads about how it's systemically racist. No, it's because we have a leader who is a bag of shit, who is literally putting all this horrible hate into his citizens, and running away from people who want to have a conversation with you, but yet you go across freaking waters to another country that has an active war going on to stand with them. What is wrong with you? Like, really? You can't have a conversation with peaceful people, but you'll go over and show support to a totally different country. Go there then. Please go to China, go to Ukraine, go anywhere else. You do not belong here.
Oh,
you don't.
You should go to the place that you know what, we'll get to it. All right, so let's just play this quick little clip from Eli Chanton. Let's just play this quick little clip. We don't have to play the whole thing, but you know, again, despite, listen, freedom, cheering freedom. Despite everything, this is what makes me happy.
Oh my God.
This is what I love to see.
Oh, it's beautiful. There's
Despite
so many.
this. Yeah.
Like, they go further than my eye can
Despite
see.
all of this. Yeah. Despite all this, you know, you've seen the thousands of people. You've seen the people that still entered into Parliament, even though it was under security gate control. But although we were able to get an exclusive, you know, sometimes we get those exclusives, you know, I got my ways of finding things. So we were able to find some secret footage of Justin Trudeau's response to these fringe minorities.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
9. That's about right. Will you come speak to the Freedom Convoy? 999.
All right, so let's wrap up with this little part. So in 2016, the vile, disgusting communist leader Fidel Castro died. This is on the Canadian website. This Prime Minister, pm.gc.ca, right from. And of course, anything we talk about, if we can put links to it, try to put all our sources, go look for yourself. Okay? Not telling you what to think. This is just what I see. Please, I would encourage you. This is right on the Prime Minister's website. It is with deep sorrow. This is his statement from him, from Cuck Commander himself. It is with deep sorrow that I learned today of the death of Cuba's longest serving president. Longest serving president. You know, duly elected, where they had elections and they said, you know what? I like this Castro fella. He does good work.
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, because if I don't, I'll be gunned down.
Yeah.
It's just it's how it goes.
I mean,
sorry, kid.
There is that whole conspiracy theory that, you know, Castro is his daddy.
Well, he grew up around communists.
Makes sense.
All right, so I'll continue with this. Castro was a larger-than-life leader who served his people for almost half a century. Served them. He served them. That is how he views serving them, is through an iron fist. People die on fucking rafts to get out of that country. You went to Cuba. You are not allowed to speak bad about the government.
Not even just that. Actually, yes, interesting little factoid, just because we're talking about Cuba and you just mentioned that. So when I was in Cuba, I was told you're not allowed to go on the beach at night because there are people who are monitoring the beaches. Because apparently Cubans used to jump in the ocean and try to swim across to Florida. And some would make it, some would not. But they actually have guards that go up and down on the beaches and keep eye to make sure nobody is trying to swim over into Florida. So they tell you, do not go on the beach after dark. So that was a little horrifying.
His people. This statement reveals so much of who he is, who he idolizes. And what he couldn't have said, "Oh, Sir John A. Macdonald." Well, at least him, like that's a fucking gimme. One of the founding fathers of Canada. You could have at least said that. This is who he idolizes. A legendary revolutionary. Yeah, communist revolutionary. An orator. Mr. Castro made significant improvements to the education and healthcare of his island nation. So if you guys don't understand, in Cuba, or for those in Cuba, you don't have a choice in what you do. There's a reason why some of the best wrestlers are Cuban, because from a young age, you are told this is what you're going to do. Your genetics literally dictate what you do. And he idolizes this. Fidel Castro gunned people down obviously during the revolution, but even after, you're thrown in a prison. Now, to be fair, you're already on a prison island, but then they just, they put you in a better prison.
Not bigger, smaller prison. Well, see, and that's the thing too, that even if, so depending on what you all make the same wage, right? So you have people who are doctors and stuff like that who actually will work in resorts because you get more money working in the resorts because you get tips. You get tips from the tourists, you get things from the tourists, you get gifts, whatever it may be. Now, again, yeah, you will literally have doctors and stuff working in there because they make more money there. Where outside of the resorts, everybody makes the same amount of wage. So it doesn't matter if you're a doctor, if you're a professor, if you're a lawyer, you all make the same wage. And there was even one girl at one of the resorts that I was staying at. She had done my hair for me, but it was for real on the DL. We had to go hide somewhere for her to do my hair for me, which is why I won't say the resort. But anyway, because she wasn't allowed to do that, because for her to do something like that is bringing her in more money. And that was a big nay. That wasn't allowed.
Yeah. All right. So I'll finish this statement. On behalf of all Canadians, Sophie and I offer our deepest condolences to the family, friends, and many, many supporters of Mr. Castro. He has such a reverence. We join the people of Cuba today in mourning the loss of this remarkable leader. This is who he idolizes. Don't think for a second when he said, I admire China's dictatorship, and he goes, ha 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 ha. No. He was dead fucking serious and says, I wish Harper only wishes that he could do that. What? You literally admired a man that, and I use that word very fucking loosely because he was very, very good at, what the fuck? Creep, go away. There's a car next to me being creepy.
Okay.
Who murdered people. Are there gay people in Cuba?
If they are, they're very hush-hush.
Exactly. That is what he wants. He grew up with communists. His mother liked to fuck. It's just true. She slept around. He grew up. His father was friends with Fidel Castro and a lot of other communists. So where do you think he gets his ideas from? It's not from a liberal arts degree. It's from literally the people his father associated with. And he admires them.
Sorry. And that's the thing. Like he literally comes out right and says, like, I admire China because of blah, 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 blah. He's talking about Fidel Castro. Like he's literally putting it out right there in front of you, how much he admires all these communist countries. And yet he's the leader of Canada. Now take a look of how far Canada has fallen in this last little while. Please take a look because it's very sad.
Yeah. All right. Let's check out this last picture and I'll leave you with that. There you go. Christa Freeland with a fucking strap on with children around.
What?
That's the Liberal Party. That's the Liberal Party.
What the fuck?
So with that, let's get out of here because I need to go throw up now.
Right. I can't even. She ruined women for me right there. Anyway. Okay, so thank you everybody for taking the time out to come sit with us and listen to some things that we have to say. Again, I hope you all had a fantastic Canada Day weekend, enjoyed it with your friends and family, and to all of our American friends, happy 4th of July. You can check us out in all the places listed in the description box below.
Nagamon.
What?
Nagamon.
Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all beautiful people again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.